In 1444, the Kingdom of Naples was ruled by Alfonso V of Kingdom of Aragon, and around that time he was a powerful monarch who sought to expand his influence in the Mediterranean. In today's video, we will follow his plans and use the amazing Neapolitan missions to get claims in the positions of our interest. Stick around and see how we made Naples the strongest nation in the game in just 40 years, creating a perfect opening for Roman Empire restoration. So as Naples, our primary two objectives in early game will be to enter the HRE because we start outside of it, and to break free from Aragon because we start under a personal union. Now this can happen by them just letting us go, and hopefully it will be the case in this run, but we will see. We also have our eyes on the Balkans and specifically Epirus and Byzantium because we have quite easy access to it. We can start building a claim on Epirus, and if all goes well and the Ottomans don't declare an early war on Byzantium, then we can take both Epirus and Byzantium without declaring an OCB war. This is very much luck based though. Let's go over to our estates and do pretty much the setup that is standard, plus 1 mana points for all of them. We will be going for some additional loyalty, religious diplomats, and I like to go for institutionalized clergy when I play in Italy because of the additional 15 papal influence that you get every 20 years. And we are primarily going to be investing it into becoming the Curia controller so we can have the aggressive expansion impact reduction. Now for nobility, let's go with supremacy over the crown, nobility officer rights, and for burghers, indebted to the burgher loans as well as promote burghers bookkeeping and some additional trade power. We can summon the diet and check what we have over here. So I think I will be going for this first option to improve relations with the papal state. Let's go over to our national decisions and get the papal influence as well as a general. And he's not that great, so we might get a different one later. Now with this money that we got, we can definitely afford to have all free advisors because our economy at the start is not that bad. Let's go for land maintenance modifier. We do have trade efficiency, but do we? Yeah, we don't have a yearly inflation reduction. I think for now, let's go with stab cost and later on we can try and reroll. Now let's begin improving relations with Austria and also hopefully Castile rivaled Aragon. Indeed they did, so let's improve with them as well. On to our missions. We have independent Naples, for which we need to not be a subject nation and to build up an army, so that we will do. We also have Neapolitan Navy, for which we need 20 galleys, so we will actually start building those day 1. We will get 16 more as we start with 4 of those. Let's go ahead and build a couple of soldiers up to our force limit. Disable our fort, disable our army and navy for now. And yeah, pretty much time to wait until Aragon lets us go or until we have the truce expired. Oh, I guess I will also be purchasing indulgence so that we can complete the agenda quickly. So guys, Aragon did not let us go and our truce expired. I think it's best for us not to wait, so what we will do is grab some additional prestige by getting patronage of the arts. We will send a very quick scornful insult to them. And in my case, this allows us to get France and Castile to support us, so I will be getting them both. Okay, so we will be declaring a war. Let's go ahead and mark some provinces as our vital interest, so hopefully when Castile occupies them, they will give the occupation to us. And one thing I want to point out is that we start with these scores on Sicily, but because we are actually declaring an independence war, we won't be going for them. And instead we will use a reconquest to be at our second war versus Aragon. So we're going to declare this war. Switzerland, Venice, don't care. Immediately we can boost our stability back up, and let's boost it to +1 and complete the mission Neapolitan Navy, which will give us permaclaims on Aleppo, Syria, and some provinces held by Aragon. Venice could potentially be annoying, but one thing to keep in mind is that our force limit increases once we break away from Aragon, so we can get at least a couple more soldiers. And let's try and get a better general. Actually, our ruler is pretty bad, so we will make our ruler one first. Well, looks like he sucks at everything that he does in life. Let's try again. At least we have 2 shock this time. Our navy is pretty strong right now, but it's probably not going to match the Venetian navy, so we got a bit unlucky in that department that Aragon had such allies. But when it comes to Iberia, they will get completely demolished by France and Castile. So even if we don't get to occupy the stuff, it's not a big problem. No way, man. Epirus allied... I never seen this before, honestly. They allied Hungary, so there goes our plans to attack Epirus and then Byzantium. But this is what EU4 is about. Every game is totally different, and there's actually no need to restart over something silly like that. It just means that we will have a strong Ottomans this game, and we will have some epic battles. Oh no, Venice is here, oh god. Get away, son. I'm gonna try at least briefly move our ships out, and let's try and make our way to Messina. Okay, we made it, that's great. Also, let's go ahead and get the defensive edict over here, and maybe try and switch out our advisor for something better. Yeah, we will be taking quite a few loans at early game. We will work on restoring our economy later. Hey, there we go, we secured the royal marriage with Austria, and we can actually go ahead and join the HRE before we even finish our independence war. Amazing stuff. Venice is not doing great to say the least, and we already got Switzerland out of the war. Now we do need to reduce our war exhaustion though, because they did occupy our capital, so that's a bit annoying. And of course we are not able to win any naval battles. They're menaces when it comes to ships. I cannot believe my eyes. He's actually back for more. Dude, get the hell away from me. We received a truly generous donation of 30 ducats from our friends in Milan. Hey, thanks buddy. This guy is cool. And there we go, boys. We actually got Venice on low, so we can take war reparations and leave this war. They gave us a couple of provinces, and that is perfect because these two provinces right here are cores of both Catalonia and Valencia. So we're grabbing pretty much the perfect peace deal for us. Independence, war reparations, a little bit of money, only 95 ducats are going to us. However, it's still better than nothing, right? Two provinces from which we will release vassals, and their islands. There we go, boys. Couldn't have asked for a better war and better help from France and Castile. Now we have independent Naples mission done, so we restore our legitimacy to 70 and we get permaclaims on Tuscany. We did get a little bit of crown lands from this war, so there let's also go ahead and release Valencia and Catalonia. And the remaining provinces we will be coring and we will be concentrating development where we can. Let's not forget to get strong duchies to increase our relation slots, and we can seize lands for a tiny bit more crown lands. Grab this alliance with Austria as well, although they do rival France, but it's very important to have them as we're going to stay in the HRE. And it looks like we will be losing Castile, so let me help you with that. We got what we needed, we don't need them anymore. And yeah, for our rivals, so we got Aragon, we can go for Tunis. And actually Genoa is not that powerful, they only have Mantua as their ally in this case, so I will be rivaling them. We have a claim on Corsica, so we could actually start up this war next. And yeah, pretty much the situation in the Balkans is that the Ottomans already declared a war on Byzantium, so they're taking that. And I think how we're going to take these provinces from Epirus is by allying Hungary. We will drag them into some kind of a war, then we will backstab Epirus. This is going to be important because they actually have one core from which we can release Byzantium. Okay, let's queue up a couple of transport ships. And I think, yeah, let's just declare on Genoa. There we go, boys. You guys obviously want to give me mill access, right? You do. And I really appreciate that. We completely demolished the Genoese navy. We can demolish the Siena one. And we can start transporting some of our boys. Yeah, he's still level 3, so he's totally done. Ooh, sweet. Saluzzo wants to share a knowledge with us. That's amazing. So Renaissance right now in our capital is spreading by 2.11, and we can even speed this up a little bit by taking institution spread. Horrible, horrible new air. Get out of here, man. Okay, so we did quite a bit of relation improving until we are ready to finish this war, and I'm actually going to take the province of Genoa. This is going to cause quite a bit of overextension, so after this we pretty much will chill for a bit in Italy. But yeah, apart from that, war reparations, honestly, if we take a little bit less money, we can even humiliate them, so that might be good because we get one of the objectives done for Age of Discovery, and I'm not sure if we're gonna do any humiliate rival wars, so that's gonna be helpful. Great, so we have the mission secure the Mediterranean, which is going to give us permaclaims on Tunisia, which is going to be very important as well, as we can pretty much switch our focus. They are allied with Aragon now. That's pretty interesting. How is Aragon doing these days? 13,000 soldiers. Yeah, I think we could work with that, but we will definitely need a few more transports, so I'm gonna continue building those. I think it's time for us to sell titles at least once. We will be seizing lands right afterwards, so we can get at least 10 crown lands back. This is going to allow us to embrace Renaissance. Actually, we can share it with Hungary, so we will make some of that money back. It's only 1.18 ducats. How are they so poor? What the hell, man? And alright, for our tier 2 government reform, let's go with tax modifier. We managed to secure an alliance with Burgundy because we no longer have one with France. And it's really good that they don't rival Austria, so we can keep both them and Austria. Stability is always amazing to have from this event, although in this specific case I will be going for 20 papal influence. We already invested some into potentially becoming the Korea controller, and I actually want to have 50 before we start our next war, so we will also improve relations a bit more with them. Alright guys, we have level 5 admin technology, so what we're gonna do is take our first idea slot. It's really between influence and diplomatic for me, because in this round we will have a ton of vassals, so I'm actually a little bit more inclined to go with influence. We can probably grab a diplomatic for our third one, because the second one is going to be admin. Granada is getting destroyed. They're occupied by Marrakesh. What the hell? Interestingly, Portugal is allied with Tafilalt and Marrakesh, okay. And Algiers was released. These guys are doing something crazy here. Anyways, I'm going to quickly pop these rebels in Corsica so that we don't have to deal with them during the war. Yeah, that's a little bit better of an heir, although it's still not that great. And yeah, guys, so we have a truce with Aragon until 1465. That's for 7 more years. I'm actually not going to wait for that to expire. I'm just going to start a war versus Tunis. Let's mark their capital as our war target and let's go for it. So we're going to pretty much just take the white piece with Aragon so we can declare war after 5 years on them. And yeah, let's go after their capital. There is a crusade called on Tunis, so we're getting 10% more morale of armies, and we're also going to take Blessed Ruler, so we will pretty much be unstoppable. Look at this dude, man. Just look at this dude. He is getting whooped. I was really thinking to go for a white piece, but I'm actually going to grab 400 ducats from Aragon because we quite badly need it. Okay, we're landing in Tunis. There's nothing he can do about it because, yeah, we overpower them quite badly. Look at that, boys. 4.43 versus 3.51 morale, and we have a level advantage over them. Incident in the Empire. The Kingdom of Italy is still formally part of the HRE. Well, hopefully it's no longer going to be because we're going to choose the abandon option, and we ourselves, we will stay. Great, so now what remains in Empire is pretty much just Siena. They were allied with Austria. Noise or first stability have been quite lucky with these events, I gotta say. And you, sir, you are done. So this is going to be a 5,000 wipe, and we're immediately going to follow them up. We're not on sieging crap. Get the hell out of here, man. I guess it's rest in peace to Hungary and Epirus. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. We're gonna be taking a bit of an unorthodox peace deal, but it's gonna work well, believe me, guys. And I'm taking these 2 provinces for a reason. One of them is at Lemcheni Core. Lemchen no longer exists, and we can just go ahead and release them as our newest vassal. And this means that we can immediately go for a war against Morocco. Now, we will use this war to get the Tlemceni cores back, but we will also take a province from which we will re-release Morocco, and then we will have access to pretty much the remainder of Maghreb. A nice little bonus is that we have the mission Defeat the Barbary Pirates, and we get until the end of the game ship trade power plus 15% modifier. So this one is actually not that bad whatsoever. And the trade centers we're going to add to our trade company so that we can make the most out of these lands. Guys, we are now one of the great powers. That's amazing to know. We have 241 development, and we're slightly above England as they still don't have the institution. We are changing our trade setup a little bit. We are now collecting in Genoa, and we're going to send trade over from Tunis. So this is going to give us a little bit more money. I got some mercenaries, and this I will pretty much for now use to defeat the rebel factions that will be spawning. And yeah, let's go for this reconquest. Let's do it. Yeah, this was awesome, and this is pretty much no aggressive expansion. Okay, time to release Morocco from the province of Garb. We already have a vassal swarm, boys, and it's only been 20 years into the game. Seek support of clergy is once again available. However, we need to pay attention to the clergy influence. Right now we have 89, so we cannot really afford to click it right now. You never know, you might be getting an event that increases the influence even more, and the estate is going to be hard to control it. So for now, we're just going to skip for it. Now for our next wars, we have to pay attention that our truce with Aragon is about to expire in less than 2 years. We might manage one more war, and I'm thinking to go for Marrakesh as they're allied with Tafilalt, and Tafilalt is allied with Portugal, so we can avoid Portugal and just break Tafilalt's alliance with them. Okay, we managed to siege down Tafilalt, and we can just go ahead and break their alliance with Portugal. We also now have our third influence idea, so we will be able to start annexing some of our subjects because we get a 25% annexation cost reduction and also 10% goods produced modifier from our national ideas. Hey, look at that. Sus has no allies. This can only mean one thing. I see some good news. The Ottomans are at war with Albania and Venice at the same time. So it's likely that Venice soon will get weakened. As we will be soon starting our war, it's going to be easier against Aragon. As I was about to start the war, we have the baronial revolts. If we want to, we can become a junior partner of France. I would rather not have that happening, and we will instead lose due stability and have 19 rebels pop up in Napoli. This is gonna be nasty, but we gotta get our boys back, and we're going to fight these guys. Right, so this is pretty good. This trade center has prospering times, and we can get additional 25 trade power here. It straight up went to an 85 trade power province, which is massive. And okay, for our first stage ability, let's go for Justified Wars. Now, we can also start our golden era, and I'm gonna do it as soon as we're able to take level 7 admin technology so that we can start unlocking 2 idea groups at the same time. Get out of here, pesky rebels. This is dealt with. Let's go over to Aragon as we will be finally starting that war. Okay, Aragon, prepare. We're going for a reconquest of Barcelona, and Venice is not joining. I love it. Ottomans are doing God's work for us. We can invite Burgundy, but if we invite Austria, then Venice would still join. So let's go with Burgundy to make this a little bit easier so they can take care of Switzerland. Oh, these guys only have 9,000. I guess we can take care of Tunis at the same time then. You know the drill, boys. Just barrage this crap. We're very ahead with the mill technology, and we really don't have better use for the mill points other than barraging to make these wars much smoother. This is amazing. Actually, Ottomans were also allied with Tunis, so in this war we can use it to break that alliance as well. We're breaking everybody's alliances. We're making a world where everybody is enemies with each other, except for our beautiful alliance setup. Okay then, boys, so we're taking all of our cores back, and we're giving the majority of cores to our vassals, with the exception of Alicante because we don't have enough war score. This is going to give us 69 power projection, although we are already maxed out, so it doesn't matter. But, here we go. This is a massive expansion. And we have United Two Sicilies done with 20 prestige and permaclaims on Morea and northern Greece. Let's enforce religion on Tlemcen. We have so much prestige we can placate them a few times, and we're going to start integrating a couple of vassals. We will start with Catalonia, and we will integrate Tlemcen probably during one of our wars, so we will enable scutage on them so that we can annex them during a war. Bro, it sucks so much. I would love to complete the Roman relations mission. We just need to be allied with the Papal State, but they have such low opinion of us. They actually rival us, and we have upset the Pope minus 100 because they got some nasty event that was going to spawn a million of rebels when we were fighting one of the wars. So it's a bit unlucky. If we want to complete that mission, we pretty much have to stop our expansion in Italy for a while, improve relations, and continue purchasing indulgence. So we're gonna try that. Okay, so here we go, Tafilalt. We once again have to fight Tunis, although that's fine. What the hell is this, man? Did I somehow forget these two provinces? I honestly don't remember what I was doing. I think I got amnesia, man. Right, so we're ready to annex Tlemcen, and how about we grab another 10% Diplo annexation cost reduction, and let's not forget the privilege that we haven't granted yet, nobility integration policy with another 5%. This event, once again, during a war. Oh man, it's so annoying. I'm going to fight the rebels this time. Burgundian secession, boys, there we go, we have a personal union established. We have 50 soldiers, holy crap, they have been doing pretty well. That is a juicy personal union, if I must say so. And we're maxed out on admin points. I think we can start working towards develop Naples, although we're not yet done with Renaissance City. We need to build 5 temples, which we will start doing soon. But right now we can definitely develop some provinces. We need 10 provinces to have at least 10 development, and we already have 8. So let's just grab the edict and let's get some additional development in. There we go. Okay, so we have a new ruler. He's not bad, but the most important thing is that our new heir, Carlo, he's amazing. So for once we got lucky with an heir. Buddy, whatever you're proposing here, yeah, we're gonna have to fight over it. Although I will accept your royal marriage offer. I think I'm just gonna start the golden era right now so we can have additional morale of armies. And when it comes to Austria, really what we need to have is just a white piece, maybe war reparations, and that's about it. There we go, amazing, more trade companies as we annex Tlemcen. We can still get some innovativeness, so let's grab level 7 admin a bit ahead of time. And our second idea group, which is going to be admin ideas. We're going to also switch our focus to admin because we need to prioritize this over influence ideas. We actually have the most important one already unlocked. It's awesome that Tafilalt has started colonizing Tuat for us, and just like that we can take a full annexation. For our tier 3 government reform, we gotta go with representatives of the crown as we're playing with so many vassals. This is going to increase our diplo relations and give us an increased force limit as we get 25% vassal force limit contribution. I like money, so give me war reps and maximum cash and get the hell out of here, Austria. Awesome, we're done with this, and we're simply going to get the alliance back immediately. Now, it's definitely time to take some new loans, so we're going to repay all of our 1% ones. We're going to take new indebted to the burger loans. Head back to 20% crown lands. We need to build some temples. We need to get 5 of those in Italy. So there we go, this is going to be 5. And we can repay the remaining 4% loans. I was gonna say we can probably start annexing Morocco, but then I noticed we have a little bit of a technology disbalance. Just a tiny bit, you know, just sticking with level 3 Diplo technology is the new meta. Nah, but we're gonna focus on Diplo technology from now on. We are very close to this alliance with Papal State. I do want to push for it, so let's send a scornful insult to Milan and maybe even give them a little gift. There we go, this is going to do for now, and we can complete our mission Roman Relations. Okay, next up, let's get some of these abilities. Maybe forgive usury so we can reduce our corruption a little bit and yearly inflation. And the rest of it we can invest. I see a very juicy war. Time to continue our Italian expansion. Luca, you are done for, mate. You only have Milan to protect you. Game over, my friend. Another mission is done, Renaissance City. So this is absolutely beautiful. We can get 15 Gov reform progress, advisor cost minus 10%, prestige decay minus 1%, or the second option, which is going to reduce the idea cost by 10% until 1528, saving us countless monarch points. So we're going for the second option, an Age of Glory. Immediately we have access to develop Naples, giving us 50 Gov reform progress. So for this next one, we actually will need to grow our crown lands up to 70%. This is going to take a very long time for us. Good stuff, man. Thank you for the donation, Milan. Really appreciate you, my boy. And look at this, is just going to be a full annexation. There's pretty much no aggressive expansion. No one cares about it. Free real estate. We need more Diplo points, so I'm actually going to upgrade our advisor to a level 4 since he's 50% cheaper. Oh, interesting. Crete is released and guaranteed by... Oh, this is actually amazing. Boys, we can actually avoid France. France is allied with Florence. I would so love to have their provinces. And this is our golden opportunity. Just fell down from the sky just like that. I'm not going to wait even a second for this and immediately declare a war. Fortunately, we already have the troops by the border with Florence. And we can also send some mercenaries over to Crete. Such a good province to have, by the way, says we will immediately have access to the knights. Now, Florence, all I really need from you is to break that one alliance with France. I don't care about anything else. We're going to take their money as well, 175 ducats, and you can go free. So good, I love this. Crete is ours as well. It just keeps getting better. Nobody is going to protect the knights, so once again, free real estate. And before Tunis gets any alliances, I'm going to wage a holy war immediately. We're not stopping here. We're dominating the Mediterranean as Naples. Oh my god. Is this a perfect campaign? We also just became the Korea controllers. Okay, so right now I don't really care about institutions or development. I will be going for Korea powers cost minus 50%, so this will allow us to get all of these bonuses for just 25 papal influence instead of the regular 50 as we get radical reforms too. Okay, this is just great. Please come back, boys. You are some of the best advisors I could potentially ask for. No more technology disbalance, this is fixed. And guys, we have concluded our holy war with Tunis, so our borders should look much prettier now. Before we core everything up, we're going to grab this third admin idea with 25% core creation cost, and of course we also inherit Burgundy just like that. And I think this is a proper way to end this video. In 40 years we managed to become the top 1 great power with nearly 1000 development. We focus a lot on Africa in this part of the run, and we have a couple more subjects, Valencia and Morocco. If we were to continue this, we pretty much would continue expanding towards the Roman Empire borders. Eventually, of course, we would have the inevitable war with the Ottomans, and we would need to start fighting Mamluks, France, and continue our expansion in Iberia. So if you guys want to see the second part, let's get 1 billion likes on this video and a trillion comments saying that I should continue it. Okay, I will do the second part for 1,500 likes. I think we got a deal. Big thanks to Tier 1 YouTube members Lex, MangyMinotaur, ScaldabagnoBlu, Kutay, Tier 2 members Whale Biologist, Lazar and RogueRhino, as well as Patreon supporters Lazar and Nikolas. I'm super thankful for your support.